Two wild and crazy guys.
And remember, if you want to get involved, you can donate to our
And just as a note, if you donate for an NPC, it'll be in my campaign.
It could be both.
No?
Well, it depends on...
Sure.
It's up to Eric, but Justin for sure.
Yes. Alright.
It's delicious.
I
like that Eric just tried. Yes.
Start the timer too, please.
Oh, yes, please.
Yes, it was.
Big House White is what it's called. It's good.
Let's get this adventure on the go.
Called Big White House.
Nice.
All right.
President Obama.
Then the adventure begins this way. It was exactly as they described. Whole towns emptied, hamlets no more than the shells of buildings and crops rotting in fields. Exodus? A plague? If everyone had left, well, surely someone would have encountered them on the roads. If sickness had struck, where were they buried? And who had done the burying? It was then that the posters began to appear. Cheap paper stapled at every inn and crossing. A circus? A carnival? A chance to win your fortune with games and prizes for all, free for all? The larger towns began to lose people too. The desperate, the curious. The source was always moving, appearing in different places each time. Local lords had tried to mobilize troops, but how can you fight an enemy you can't find? So they turned to their last resort. You. Vagabonds, adventurers, heroes. People like you. Traveling with a military escort to the last known sightings, you stand at the edge of a silent thorp in eerie twilight. Are those lights dancing in the square? Is that music drifting in the distance? The guardsmen who brought you are nervous and gesture impatiently for you to investigate. Everybody roll initiative.
Alrighty,
Okay.
I would like a 14, please.
Oh, yes!
That's a solid 5.
What did you get?
I got 14.
Well, I guess you're not the fighter. I don't
I am the fighter.
Oh, okay, that's good.
19.
Nice.
Guys, I'm so excited right now.
12.
23.
Wow.
Amazing.
Good job, Miguel.
And you got 12?
Yes, I did.
Your dice. That's what it is. It's because you
Man,
salted
do they have
them.
hot chocolate here?
What? Do they?
Maybe.
I'm gonna find out.
Get on that.
Baileys.
Just get everyone, just get completely wrecked.
Okay, then we start with Neath. So, as I described,
Yeah?
you've been escorted by a couple of guardsmen to the local thorp, a small town, less than 100 people, which was the most recent to vanish completely. No more goods, no more food, nothing at all. There appear to be lights dancing in the center of town, and a faint, eerie music played on no instrument that you can recognize just on an easy glance.
Probably a theremin.
The guards are impatient and also afraid. It's the twilight hour, the mystery hour. They'd like to be out of here as soon as possible, and they would like you to get off the carriage.
Yeah, I'll get off the carriage. Sure. I'll roll a perception check. 23.
In the distance, the lights remain constant. As much as they seem to be dancing, that's probably just a trick of distance. Whatever's set up there is like a campfire, maybe, a bonfire. There's no other movement in the town, though. Everything else is in shadow.
Alright.
That's perfect for you.
I like shadows.
Next person in line is Panya.
Alright, I've got Nyx with me in his cute little purple hat. We're gonna get off, and I'm going to detect magic.
Excellent. You sense a faint magical residue somewhere in the distance, probably closer towards the center of town. Not surprising given what's been happening with all these people vanishing. It's likely to be something at least supernatural in origin.
Neat.
Okay, next up we have Tulio.
Do I hear the music too?
Yes.
I think we should all go closer to that music. It's obviously where the source of this magic is coming from.
I can play music too.
Yeah, I don't care about that right now.
Okay.
The guardsman coughs as he hears you guys talking. He doesn't want to be here. He wants to get home, safe.
They're obviously impatient. They're not trying to hide it or be subtle. They're obviously cowards, so we should be the one who goes forward and solves this problem.
Cowards, sir.
Yeah, you heard me!
Roll either an intimidate or a diplomacy.
I'll do diplomacy. 21.
Any man would be a coward on a night like this, he says.
Well, case in point
Tuesday?
against that point, you know. No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. The grown-ups are talking.
All right. Great mutton, by the way. Thank you very much.
What's your second action, by the way?
Where did you find that mutton?
don't
Just
think it's,
back here.
I don't think
That's
it's
not
mutton.
mutton. That's a shoe.
Just
Same
saying.
thing. Same thing.
It's all leather.
I'm gonna start making my way towards the music.
All right, as you head through town, you see a number of the same posters posted up all over the place. It's dark, though, so it would be hard to see it without any source of light. Moving on, I believe we have ANCAP.
So we all hear the music? So I hear
Yeah.
Just remember when you said don't split up?
Well, we're not splitting up. I'm just going towards the goal in front of everybody else.
Now you're walking through the town.
Yes, the town's not a problem. It's the
Okay.
music's the problem.
Okay.
Can I, the guards seem like they're in a hurry to get out of here. Maybe can I sense motive on them? Maybe they know something that...
Absolutely.
Back of the wagon.
20? Not natural.
I already don't like either of you.
You can tell that the guards are indeed extremely nervous. They're afraid, is what they are. They don't want to be here. But the guards are also aware of your attempt to suss them out, and one comes forward in complete honesty, seeing that you're a man of the cloth, even if you are a foreigner. And he says, "It's the music, my lord. They say that once you hear it, you're never to be seen from again."
Oh,
Hey, Coolio!
You guys are down on the road tonight.
Do you say that to them?
Sure do.
I
The man-
tell Tulio of this fact if he didn't already hear it.
I rolled a 21. Do I hear him?
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Maybe we should go as a group.
Oh, we are as a group. I'm just.
Yeah, well, I mean, like,
I'm
closer
scouting
together.
the road.
Sounds good.
What's your second action, ANCAP?
Can I do knowledge religion on the music? See if
Absolutely.
there's maybe some religious...
Amazing.
15?
There's an ancient tradition in the church, one that's died long past. It's a sort of a celebratory music. It was a time when the church, in theory, threw off all the ideas and trappings of society and just became super ribald and passionate and involved. This music reminds you a little bit of those tunes.
Alright.
Simple, constant, the sort of thing that people would flock to if they wanted to escape from reality.
So much.
It's a trick.
Miguel?
I miss this so much.
Yeah.
Miguel, it's your turn.
I
You
think it's a
frightened the
trick.
guardsman, heard a bunch of other people talking, you are currently sitting on the carriage. What do you do?
Meeting shoe.
You're eating a shoe. It tastes a lot like the muffin of the city, the mutton of the city you just came from, and they're not very impressed with that comment. You can tell.
Maybe they just have delicious feet. Who knows? Yeah, because, we're a party. You can get up and just stretch obnoxiously as I exit the cart. And I'm just going to walk towards the music.
Can I trip him?
You can try.
It's easy to
He
get.
gets off the thing.
It's easy to take the same path that Tulio has been going down. The town is built on a very simple cross pattern. As a thorp with only 100 people, the majority of them would have been farmers. There's no obstructions.
Okay.
As you get close to Tulio, though, you notice that it is a bit of an eerie quiet. Doors hang ajar, some are closed.
And crickets?
At this time of night, there would be. But what's frightening is that you can even see carts on the road. It's almost as if life just stopped in an instant. Moving on. Neath.
Of note and concern. How was
I'm
Laura?
going to fade into the darkness and then follow Miguel and Julio.
Yes.
21.
It's twilight. There's a specific point of light. It's easy for you to disappear into the shadows. If anyone wants to make a perception check to try and spot her, they're welcome to.
Oh, yeah, sure. I rolled a 10.
27.
Used to Neith's
I know where.
ways of acting, you're like, she's probably over there, even if you can't see her.
Sounds good.
But yes, it's easy to slip up against one of the walls and seemingly
That's a
fade
bit-
away, just another shadow in the night.
Sweet. That's my favorite kind of night.
Wow.
Shadowy.
Oh
What's
my
your
God.
next action?
I will follow them
Okay.
down the road.
Make a free perception check.
Oh, that's awful. 12?
Inside one of the buildings you pass, you see what looks like the scene of a dinner happening. Nobody is inside, and the food has obviously cooled off extensively. But there's even a fork with a bit of food on it lying on the floor.
Cool.
Everyone towards the music.
It's spooky, scary skeletons
Anya.
in here.
Well, this is it, hey?
What?
You came all this way, and we're stuck with these guys.
I don't know how we got from Osirian to here.
Boats.
Boats.
Boats. We went on a boat.
Both.
You guys woke up here. This is actually a dream that we're all sharing together, probably.
It's a fever dream stuck in
Says Tulio to the night air.
Yeah.
Anyways,
You're just walking along. We're just having a dream.
life is just a dream we all share together.
Ernie
Yeah,
calls dibs on the fork food.
You can do that. I don't want it.
It's probably poison.
So we're all on our way to the
Apparently straight into the
music.
center of town.
That
Fanya
sounds
has disappeared as always.
neat.
Neat, right.
Just happens a lot.
I have dark vision. Does it matter? It's twilight.
It's even spookier for you then. You can absolutely see the fact that people left in mid-action. Whatever happened here happened immediately, and the response was dramatic. You might say catastrophic because people are missing, but there's no signs of violence or force.
Man, I don't want to be here. Well, I guess I'm gonna just chill with my cat, and we're gonna walk towards this music, and I'm not gonna look at anything. I'm just gonna walk.
Nyx, without knowing why, because I know you have a bond with them, feels the hair on her, his back stand on end the closer you get to the source of the music and the light.
Spooked.
Tulio,
Angry.
How's my walk going?
your walk's going great. I mean, there's nobody here. It's a little bit weird.
I'm
There's
used to weird though, right?
Yeah.
Have you
Make a
tried to
perception
perceive
check.
anything yet? Oh, there we go.
How about 17?
You know, it's the weirdest thing. In the distance, it looks like someone set up a tent. Just right in the middle of the town square. I mean, that's probably not what it is, but that seems to be where the light is coming from.
Yo, there's a tent up there. I say forward, but meant to say backwards.
Excellent.
Yeah.
What's your second action?
Are
You're
we
just gonna
pretty
keep
close
walking.
to each other? We're pretty close.
You're all pretty close to each other.
What did he say?
Huh? What?
I don't know. He
From the
hasn't.
shadows.
He doesn't speak English. I don't think.
I'm just gonna keep going. I'm a fighter, so I can't do anything cool.
That's fair.
No.
Yeah, fighter. That's the way it is.
Yeah.
And Kep, you hear, there's a tent up there. As if he was shouting to someone ahead of you. You don't know. You've only joined with this man on a brief excursion involving a bunch of weirdness.
Dream.
Yeah.
The rivers.
Having
a lake.
I'll walk. I'll continue. I'll walk towards the center there, perceiving as I go.
Trying to pay attention to this tent thing. See if I can see what if it actually is a tent.
Mhm.
And see if he was talking to anybody or if he was just yelling at.
Absolutely.
Yelling at nothing.
Ooh, 28.
There is indeed a tent. He's absolutely right. It's a combination of colors, sort of the way that traveling showsmen would
so it's
display
quite
themselves. No, actually, you'd say it could fit about 15 people comfortably, so not particularly large.
Like a lean-to.
Red, yellow. There's a sign over it, but you can only vaguely read it. Temple of something, perhaps a traveling religious group. What's interesting, though, is that with your sight, you're able to tell that there's a brief shift in the light. Something has looked out from the tent and then closed the tent flaps.
Hey Justin, or hey Tulio.
Hey!
It's actually a tent.
Sick. I feel like that music might be an accordion.
I think it's in there
coming from in there.
It's like either my theories are theremin, accordion, or an organ.
Ooh,
What's
theremin
an
would be cool.
accordion?
You're not, although both of you discussed the theremin, you're both aware that this is a made-up word, since the theremin requires a great deal of electrical charge, which doesn't currently exist on
I've seen a
Valerian.
wizard use one.
Yeah. You know?
You're not sure that that was the wizard not just secretly whistling under his breath out.
What if it's one of
Miguel, speaking of which, it's your turn.
What if one of those drums that like you like, or it's a saw? It's like a saw that you playing saw.
Yes, now a playing saw. Absolutely. All right, Miguel.
Tent. That sounds like camping. I love camping. I love campfires. I'm gonna run to the tent.
You run to the tent. On your way there, make a perception check.
Okay.
The slurring has already begun. One bottle in.
17.
Temple of YAKK. But the A is weird. It looks like a man's head, maybe? As you get close, it begins to cackle and shift, causing the strange hat on its head to jingle madly with the bells tied to each end. You arrive at the entrance to the tent, though, and your turn ends. Neath.
I'm gonna ready my crossbow. Yeah, and I'll make a perception check on what I'm witnessing him do right now. 28.
This
26.
This strange young man, vaguely reminiscent of Chife, who you left behind, has just run up to the tent, causing a strange trill of laughter to begin from the sign that obviously arches over top of it as you get closer. You're not sure what the business with that is, but your crossbow is ready, and you are proceeding up towards it.
Alright.
Panya.
We're doing this. I have nothing. I'm just gonna keep walking, observing
As you get closer,
stupidity of whatever this is.
What's your intelligence?
you
My
see the
That's 14.
one who most likely to go shirtless suddenly run forward in a burst of exuberance, causing a faint cackling or something. Maybe he's the one laughing, you're not sure. To begin, there is definitely a tent in the distance, though. It looks like it's set up in the center of town square, and it has a sign arched over it, but without a perception check, you're unable to read the words. Okay. All right. Tulio.
Have I arrived at the tent where it's the
You
laughing
arrive at the
coming
tent where the laughing head hangs over top of you. It almost looks like a man has poked his head through the sign, but you can clearly see that the sign hangs away from the tent, and there's no body behind it. It's a jester's face, painted white, grinning, leering, winking sometimes, not speaking anything, but he replaces the A in the word YAKK.
from? Do we have to pay to come in? I'll ask the man.
Roll a diplomacy check.
13.
The man only giggles more.
Oh.
It looks like he's about to say something, but laughter just overwhelms him. Whatever you've said is just so funny.
I'm gonna throw a gold piece at him.
All right, make a ranged attack.
I rolled 24.
You smoke him right in the side of the head, causing him to twist at a sort of alarming angle. He continues to laugh, though, even more so. The gold falls off somewhere into the distance.
I think he's broken.
Yeah, you broke him.
Ankep, you now arrive.
As I come up, as I see the coin hit the man.
Causing him to twist at an alarming angle. As a priest, you know that's not right. But the gold goes spinning off to the distance.
Can I do a knowledge religion check on YAKK?
Absolutely.
It's a hurting beast. Used to make clothing.
27.
No religion.
Natural 20, right?
Natural 20, but.
No one is quite sure what YAKK is, but the story goes that wherever he is, undead follow. His caravan has showed up in various cities, various nations. Sometimes seen on distant hilltops, sometimes seen buried beneath lakes.
Alright.
People assume he's a necromancer, perhaps, but a mad one. All of his creatures have a sort of a game show air to them. He's a menace, though, one that would be best eliminated if possible.
Alright. Can I do detect evil on the tent?
Absolutely. There is evil in the tent.
Nice, guys. It's evil.
You say.
Really?
You figure it.
Yeah, right?
No, I mean,
Miguel.
town. Yes.
Make sure.
What kind of evil?
You're at the front of the tent. Tulio has arrived, and the priest from a foreign nation has shown up as well. He tells you the tent is evil.
How evil?
Do I know how evil?
It'll take you another round to find out how evil.
Sure. I will find out for you.
That takes too long. You should just
Yeah. It's a tent. Those looks fun.
Sounds good.
How can I'll whip open the door?
Only slightly less evil, but yes. You whip open the door.
Yeah.
Stretched out before you is a bunch of trampled grass with what looks like a rectangle cut perfectly into the earth. A set of stairs go down. They look to be some sort of metal, with 2 torches illuminating them, but also causing shadows to be cast deeper into the space that they go down into. On the other side is a small stone pedestal that says, "Enter Ants." It's spelled incorrectly. What's more interesting, though,
Did you rate that?
Is it spelled as like incorrectly, or is he referring to us as ants and he is like above us?
you're unsure. Maybe if there was a space between the words, that would make sense,
Yeah.
but you just don't know.
Yeah.
On the other hand, specifically to the right of the entrance, is a lever,
Slip on happy slug.
clearly pushed into the ground, of the same metal as the stairs, and a thing standing beside it.
What's the thing?
Garish and hideous, bones exposed through the weathered skin. It has 2 points of red light for eyes, and it's dressed in impeccable jester's clothing. It appears to be reading a small piece of paper it holds in its
I
hands.
think we have to
This
pay
is
him.
downstairs.
What does it say?
What does what say?
What does the paper say?
You can't tell, you're not... Oh, you ask it?
Yeah.
Make a diplomacy check.
Very diplomatic. It's a
Yes.
17.
The creature looks up at you, and one of the lights in its eyes flares red. Have you come alone?
No, I've come with 4 friends.
Have everyone come into the tent.
I'll look around.
It goes back to reading very carefully.
Guys,
the tiny
come
piece of
in. The
paper.
monster needs to tell us stuff.
Neath!
Yeah.
You arrive near to the town center. Unfortunately, your stealth is not going to work once you enter the town center. The light from the tent is just too extravagant.
That's fine. I'll
You
enter the
can-
damn tent.
You can also see, though, the sign, Temple of YAKK, with the jester's head for the A, laughing and cackling. It looks like it's been smoked somehow on the right side, but you can't tell what's that about. Maybe it's part of the function. And your new companion, Miguel, much like Chife, is standing in the doorway shouting everyone should come into the tent. The monster, something, something, something.
All right, I will enter but stay behind him.
What's your constitution?
18.
What's yours?
12.
You're able to slip behind him quite easily. In fact, you're not even sure the creature saw you. You see the same things. What looks like a rectangle cut into the ground, metal stairs going down, 2 torches illuminating it, but also making it hard to see all the way down. A small sign that says "Enter Ants." You're not sure if that's a spelling mistake or not. And the creature standing beside its lever.
Sweet.
Oh, it's its lever. He owns that lever.
What's your second action?
I'll wait.
Okay. Panya, you arrive at the tent. You hear Miguel do the shouting, blah, 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 blah. There's the sign with the jester head.
I thought I left this guy. I'm over Chife.
You say to
There's
the
like-
jester's head,
Just to like the outside.
What?
Now there's 2 of them. I'm very unimpressed.
Well, the other
but
one's
like
here.
more unimpressed than usual.
You don't like
make a diplomacy check.
About your... Hold up. 9.
Twisting
So
with
27.
wow. Twisting with a click that could not possibly happen in a real person's neck, the jester looks down at you suddenly with a leering grin and says, "You'll lose him again soon enough," and goes back to giggling.
Sweet.
I'm gonna speed up and catch up to the rest of the peeps because that's gross.
You arrive in the tent. There is some sort of horrible skeletal mummified figure dressed in sable green clothing with bells on his head. He appears to be reading from a script.
You see a horrified, mummified creature in a skeleton that Miguel is standing next to.
Yeah. He's reading something.
Tulio.
Yes.
Miguel has no fear.
Do I hear the statue say that?
Yes.
So he doesn't talk to me, huh? And I'll walk into the tent.
Sexist.
The creature is still standing there, its red eyes pointed with ferocious intent on the little piece of paper.
This guy's messed.
You say that to him?
To everyone in the room.
Make a diplomacy check.
12?
The creature diplomatically ignores you.
Diplomatically ignores you.
And Cap.
Well, I'll step inside the tent.
If it was going to be a tent for ants, it would have to be at least 3 times this size. And Cap, please, your turn.
So I walk inside the tent and I see this. Can I attempt to see what he's reading?
Absolutely.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Don't trip on stuff.
We have a new player arriving.
Special guest Ray. We need a set of
You said
dice.
you'd
Okay,
drink
one.
some of the next bottle if I got another one, right?
Hells yes, I will.
Excellent.
Does that no? That doesn't count.
No,
I'm
gonna
Are
give
we gonna
hells
are we
yes
gonna
a pass.
randomly, or would you like to hear the names of these characters?
Or the classes.
Sure. I'll hear
Okay,
them
so
all.
we've got Lulu Autumnvale, Goldbolt Stormbrace the Greedy, and Ilorn Cindercall the Handsome. And our DM is unimpressed.
Isn't the handsome one the one with the charisma negative?
We don't have.
They've all got negatives.
No, the handsome one doesn't have negative.
I'll
Yes,
do,
he does.
Julio.
I mean, negative strength, not negative charisma.
I'll do the greedy.
Yeah, that
Excellent.
sounds
There is your
right.
character sheet, my friend. Welcome.
I don't know how to play it.
That's okay.
Not a problem. I will
You
be
got,
happy to
like-
help you out.
He's shorter than I really am. But he weighs more.
Special guest
I'll
Ray.
do
Hooray! Everyone, welcome
Alright.
special guests. So the entire basis of the game is that everything is a bunch of modifiers that are added to dice rolls that you do. So pretty standard pen and paper sort of game. The most common dice that you roll is the d20. It's the one that you modify most events with. Skills add their own special modification.
Something nice.
Yes.
What was the
All right there. This whole mess of things.
Everything, just every sound that comes out of my mouth is
Yeah.
a good
The skills are used for various things. If you ask me to do something, I'll probably ask you to do a skill check, and that's basically how the interaction goes.
BOLD.
Hit points are important because otherwise, if you don't have them, you die. And a lot of these other things are saves against abilities or effects.
Did we have
Basically,
the
I'll walk you through it.
green gate? No,
They'll need some walking through.
Oh, it's no problem. I understand. Did you ever play D&D or anything?
Not really.
changed it.
Oh, hey, no worries. Welcome to it. It's a lot of fun.
Dungeons and Dragons, or?
The first thing I'll get you to do is we need to find your
On top of your
initiative.
game.
There we go. 0. Good. So you're going to roll this dice. You're not going to add any modifier to it.
But they didn't.
7.
7. All right. You are slightly above Miguel
Woo.
Okay.
at the bottom of the initiative modifier
This is a
order.
lot easier than it looks, I swear.
It's basically just like creative
And if you have
storytelling.
any questions, feel free to call it at any time and ask.
Okay.
We probably
Gold
won't
ball.
kill you.
Okay.
I'm okay with dying.
Your name is Goldball,
It's Goldbald Stormbrace the Greedy.
but like Goldball, like going bald.
So
So-
Ray,
G-O-L-B-O-L-D.
Ray,
Gold.
you've got James. He's playing.
What's up?
He's Miguel.
Yeah.
Okay, Miguel.
I'm a fighter.
Justin is playing Tulio.
I'm Tulio. Hi.
I'm
Hi,
playing
Tulio.
Panya.
Then
I'm the
Anya's
world.
unimpressed.
This is God and Eric. And Kaylin
God
is
and
playing
Eric.
me. And Mike is playing Ankat.
okay.
You can just yell at us and we'll listen to you probably.
So basically, it's
Probably.
your standard fantasy story, except it's run by me, so it's probably a mess.
And we're all
Oh,
gonna die.
and you have items. 10 potions of cure light wounds, 50 feet of rope and a grappling hook, and that's
Keep
mine.
track of that for him. We're not going to worry about
Yeah,
that
yeah,
for
yeah.
him.
Okay.
All right, let's pay this guy. Let's pull the lever. Pull the lever, sir.
Who was the last person?
It was me. I was trying to read what he had on the paper. What did you want me to roll?
All right. I assume you're going to sidle up to him and try and read over his shoulder.
Yeah, as close as I have to get to read the
Pretty bloody close. All right, go in for it.
Who's the
Perception?
next one?
Yep.
22.
The paper reads, "Welcome, travelers, to the stupendous Temple of YAKK. Electrifying games, fabulous treasures, endless mazes, endless hours of fun, endless screams, ... of laughter. The greatest show on earth, safe, wholesome family fun."
I read it out loud as I read it.
Gold piece says as soon as we're all in here, he reads that out loud.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
I read it out loud as I read it.
We take his job away. This is all he has.
Goldbald, it is your turn.
Okay.
You had, what's your species?
Dwarf, I think.
Dwarf. Okay. As a traveler through this land, you had been looking for fun, adventure, and cheap beer, which is why you had come to this nation. Apparently, they don't have great beer, which means it's cheap. Except every town you had arrived at had been empty for some reason. It was like a plague or a disease. You're not sure what. But eventually, you ended up in this town and had witnessed a bunch of what were probably adventuring heroes showing up at some illuminated tent display. You're not quite sure what's going on, but you are standing outside the entrance, whereas the rest of them have seemed to go inside. They don't appear to have noticed you yet. So what would you like your first... You get 2 actions each turn, either a attack action or a move action, or do whatever you want action. So what would you like to do?
You gave me life poison.
Guess I'll walk inside.
Everyone make a perception check.
Oh, I just changed the title.
How does a 20 sound?
How's a 18 sound?
19.
Or an
Perception?
8.
Yeah, perception.
15.
How's that 8 sounded?
Panya, being closest to the door and most enwrapped by the skeletal creature that's and Ankep reading over its shoulder like someone who doesn't respect personal boundaries, doesn't notice the dwarf walk right under her arm. The rest of you notice, however, this stranger has simply tumbled into town, but he looks like your sort of person. For example, he's wearing far more in his backpack than any reasonable traveler would ever carry.
Who's this guy?
So,
Hello.
Says the dwarf, using local dwarvish colloquialisms.
He is Miguel,
I am Miguel,
and I am Tulio.
and we are.
Miguel and Tulio.
And that's somebody.
That's Ankep.
And you instantly
And
notice the character who begins
someone-
speaking right by you.
someone.
You're not sure how they got on. It's like magic.
What's your name?
Hi.
What's your name?
I hate the two of you.
What's your
What do you
name?
want from me?
How did
I
you
wanna know
wind
your
up in
name.
our
I'm trying
carriage?
to introduce you to. Sup?
I can't introduce myself. I am a strong
Well,
woman.
the stage is set. Be my guest.
Hello, sir. I'm Panya. These butts. I don't even want to talk about them.
It's like what you
Sorry,
choose. She
sorry I
likes
didn't see you. What's your name?
it's Goldbold the Stormbrace the Greedy.
That's a good name.
That is a good name.
Are you actually greedy?
Yes.
Oh.
Inside
No.
the tent is a
Mine's a
strange
dwarf.
skeletal creature, clearly undead and malevolent in nature, for its red eyes look up from the paper, look to you and say, "Are you with them?"
No.
Oh.
Oh dear, I shall have to read this
Not yet.
again. It goes back to reading the piece of paper intently. What's your second action?
Just listen.
Excellent. There is a rectangle in front of you that looks like it's been cut into the ground with metal stairs going down. 2 torches on your side, casting shadows down, but letting you know that they're stairs. On the other side it says "Enter Ants," but it looks like the words have been smushed together, perhaps by someone who doesn't know how to spell. The skeletal creature is standing by a lever made of the same metal as the stairs, and it is wearing Jester's clothing. It doesn't look particularly happy about this idea. Miguel,
Yes.
We're
It's
all
your
gonna
turn.
die.
We are all here, sir. Read aloud your poetry.
good. And in a voice that somehow defies every attempt at brevity or anything you've seen written for it, Ankep, it begins. Welcome, travelers, to the stupendous Temple of YAKK. Electrifying games, fabulous treasures, endless mazes, endless hours of fun, endless screams, ... of laughter. The greatest... It waits for you to finish speaking. The greatest show on earth. Safe, wholesome, family, fun. It then gestures down the stairs.
doesn't have very good intelligence, does it?
Don't say that in
The
front
creature
of me.
looks at you with tiny, glinting red eyes.
You can't just say it's intelligent.
In fact, it only notices you now being there. It sizes you up and then slinches down again, looking back at the
I
paper.
think he's gonna pull that lever and turn it into a slide.
Let's see what happens.
Do you move towards... actually, no, sorry. Neath, it is your turn first.
Okay, I'm going to
Detect traps.
No, hold on, I'm detecting traps. Of course, I'm detecting
This
traps.
is a trap. We're already in it. This is
Yeah,
Yak's world. We're
yeah.
merely just living.
The whole tin.
You have entered the trap zone.
What is this? Half my level, so 2.
You have entered the trap zone.
21.
21.
Yeah.
This is a trap. The lever is clearly connected to the stairs. You suspect that the stairs in some way either give way or fall, you're not sure which. The only way to disarm the mechanism is to go for the lever, which the skeleton has now put a very obsessed and controlling hand on.
So I don't figure I can disable the device without making the skeleton very angry at me.
You'd probably have to engage the creature to do so. You might be able to go for the stairs if you wanted, but you're unsure. But this is a trap. Why, yes.
This
For
is
some
definitely a trap.
Reason this didn't update, and I have full plate right now. But I'm gonna go with it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Legit.
I'll go first.
You've activated
Yeah.
Yak's
Thanks for
trap
coming
card.
aboard, by the way.
Rip me.
Whose turn is it?
You have activated Yak's trap card.
It's still me.
Oh.
Yep.
What's
your second action?
Well, I'll see if there's anything I can disable in the more stair-like direction instead of the.
Make a disabled device check.
Yeah, you bet. No, that's bad. That's a 12.
As you begin to test around, poking with small metal tools, the creature flexes its other claw and looks at you specifically.
Okay.
Do not interfere with the rides. It could be dangerous for you.
Yeah, the letter said wholesome family fun. I think if we just go with the
You
ride.
believe
Just
that?
go with it.
Oh, this man is the most honest man I've met.
He's a
in my life.
skeleton.
I
not
was
a
a
man.
woman once.
Now you have offended her.
Sorry, your form is undescribable.
Great jawline.
Panya, it's your turn.
Great job.
I'm ready. Let's go on this ride. I want to do something.
That's the attitude. I love it.
Can I hold my action?
Yes.
I'm gonna hold my action.
You're just gonna wait in the tent.
Well, no, I'm going to.
You just don't want to be the first.
I don't want to be the first one, but I want to hold my action. So I'm just observing whatever this is right
You're
now.
gonna stroke Nyx.
Yeah, me and my cat are just like, okay.
She has
The
cat,
creature
you know?
briefly turns
It
towards
absorbs
you,
powers from the.
notices
Boss
the
is
cat,
defeat.
looks back at you and goes,
At one point
"Pets
it got
are
attacked."
allowed on the ride."
Great. Thanks.
You're welcome.
So,
Tulio,
ma'am, do we have to pay you to go on the ride?
the rides are free.
Okay, what's the catch?
Perfect.
Free.
If you win, you receive tokens to enter the gift shop.
Okay, wait, if I lose?
Yeah.
There is no losing in the Temple of YAKK. Endless fun. It looks back at
It's
the
okay,
piece
it's
of
okay.
paper.
I got it. Endless possibilities, endless.
Points at the paper.
Screams, ...
Yes.
of laughter. Yeah. So, just down these stairs?
Yes.
So here's what I'm thinking, guys. Let's all hold hands and go down together. Safety first.
It
Safety.
is a trap.
I'll put my hands out.
No.
Tanya.
I'm
Come on,
not.
Tanya.
I'm not gonna
I'm
hold
not
your hand
touching
because
it.
I am going to fall, and all of you are coming with me.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, let's just
Let's
find.
fall together.
You
Come
know
on,
what?
guys. Let's all hold hands.
Do you want me in full plate to land on you?
Okay,
First,
I'm going to. So I said I'm gonna go first.
Robolt the Greedy,
Yes.
who heard I will note fabulous treasures, goes, yes,
I'll go
sir.
first. I'll make
hold
it.
hands.
I'll make it comfy.
We'll go like this. Hold hands. Go down.
weird.
All right, let's all go. You two are missing out.
Yeah, okay.
Can we all step on together, us four?
You all begin to go down the steps. Are you two going down the
Yeah,
steps as well?
okay. I'm
No.
Are you guys gonna link arms?
I'm
with us?
waiting.
You're waiting? The
I'm
creature
waiting.
waits, looking at you, holding the lever.
Come on, Panya.
We all have to be on it before he pulls it.
Have you heard the phrase YOLO?
Are you with them?
Panya. Peer pressure.
Yes. Then go down the stairs.
Take a drink and do it.
Can I also see if I can grab one of the torches to take with me?
Sure.
Yeah. Does it come with me?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a torch
Actually,
stuck in the
I
ground.
actually-
You've got an
I
awkwardly
can't actually
torch.
do that because I'm holding hands, so
You're
never
gonna
mind.
light
Never
us
mind.
on fire.
Alright, let's
The gas is
go.
all metal.
Let's do this.
The creature immediately pulls the lever and goes, fun and adventure, and goes back to its piece of paper. Everyone make a DC 20 reflex save. So that would be that one right there. You roll the dice and you add.
Things now.
Fail. I don't even have to roll.
I shouldn't have told you what the DC was, but yes, it's DC 20.
It's a guy did that once. I passed it.
What'd you get?
No.
What is it?
12. Okay.
Reflex. So you roll that and then
Failure.
So 16.
The stairs go from being stairs to being a chute.
Super fun happy slide.
Knew it.
Yeah.
Yay.
And what do you roll?
Hold on. No, 17.
I hate it when
I'm in the front.
Probably because you were holding hands with a bunch of complete and utter idiots who won't take your warning. You all trip and fall down the stairs.
I got a 26.
You surf it.
You still fall, but somehow on top of the jumble, everyone else becomes a soft landing for you. The chute becomes a winding and insane combination of loops and whirls all the way down. You're not quite sure how you were ever supposed to get down the stairs this way. Clearly the creature was waiting for a chance. Which ends in a 10-foot drop. You all take 3 points of damage.
Ooh.
I only take half. Do you want me to round that down?
Yes, please.
Do I take half as well?
You take none.
Nice.
And 3 points of non-lethal damage. So
Should've got
for
that
you,
feather
wherever
fall.
your hit points are
So 3
nearby,
points of
grab
real
a
damage?
pen and just start recording the damage you take.
She said should have got that feather fall.
3
She said
points.
yeah.
3 points of
Sash
real damage
damage.
and 3 points
So
of
you took
non-lethal?
3 points of real damage and 3 points of non-lethal. Hit points are divided into two
James,
ways.
do you have
One
any
is
pencil?
lethal damage, it will actually kill you. Non-lethal, if it's ever equal to the amount of hit points you have remaining,
Take a
you'll pass
pencil.
out. So it's
Do you have a pencil
basically
with an eraser?
No. But
Not
I have this
real
giant
damage.
computer.
but damage that's useful for me to know. So it allows me to non-lethally kill people.
Cool, thanks.
So I just took 3 then?
Yep, so you put 3 lethal, 3 non-lethal.
And I land graceful like a
Unfortunately,
babe.
grabbing all of these people has led you into a clear trap.
Well, I told you guys it was a trap.
Well, I mean, obviously.
Seemed
Well,
inevitable.
yeah, we're
Traps
fine.
usually
It
are
seemed
fun.
inevitable, says the greedy dwarf in the back, just kind of like,
Whatever.
whatever, stuff
I
happens.
think we learned something together, though, guys.
What?
Don't trust you.
Don't trust the stairs.
Don't hold your hand.
The
Don't
entire
trust
time,
the thing that the
Don't trust
rope
the
told
readers.
you was a trap.
Just
the entire way down, you hear the giggling and laughter of the creature up at the top.
is it like shrill? Like
Yes,
cool.
but only because it's a skeleton, not because it's a lady.
Yes, of course.
Neat.
Go on, I understand.
It's your turn first. You have landed in a heap at the ground. The man Tulio is standing on top of you.
With the torch?
Yes. No, he's
No, I
not
didn't
holding a
grab
torch.
it, yeah.
Alright, well, I'm gonna get up
Go
and
all the way
like dust
down.
myself off
Nice.
and give him an obnoxious little chump. And I will do a perception check.
Absolutely.
18.
You know it must not be true because you're clearly underground and deep underground as far as you can tell, but it looks like there's a clear starry sky above you and woods all around you. The doorway is the only thing that's clearly set in stone and leads to the chute going up. Another one of the ghastly creatures is twisted up, waiting, reading its own piece of paper.
Good.
But before you stretches a large carnival. A whole bunch of glittering lights and tents, which would be beautiful and interesting with all the different signs and large posts telling you about different areas if it weren't for the corpses,
Oh, good.
the debris,
Everywhere?
and the broken human bodies that lie all over the place. In fact, you're pretty sure that you can see just to your right of you a group of what look like still living human people huddling together in fear. Who's next in initiative?
I think it's Panya.
Pena, you're lying on the ground.
The bodies of the
With
ground.
the bodies on the ground. So I'm gonna get up. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna compulsively wash my hands with my water and my soap that I carry with me everywhere.
Yeah, it's a traveling performance show. Everything here is probably dirty.
This is so disgusting. I don't like this at
You
all.
need to find her a bar.
Or like gloves.
Liquor.
Yeah, you should buy gloves.
Says the man standing on top of the heap of bodies you just pulled yourself out from.
I'm actually standing like this too.
I'm
You should buy gloves.
I'm sure one of these dead people have gloves.
We don't steal from the dead.
That's disgusting.
Goro.
We're not.
What's your second action?
My second action, I'm going to again detect magic.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna say
Make
that
a
there's-
will save.
No.
I
you
think
do?
that's terrible.
15.
Detect magic.
Yeah,
and then
15.
make a will save.
The sky above is actually just a large ceiling of broken stone. You're not sure how deep you are to make that possible, but all of the things you're seeing you can see at once are starry skies and beautiful woods, as well as just rough hewn underground. This entire place has been designed to look like a carnival, but it is not. These are cheap illusions. The tents, the signposts, and what look like the distant, massive mechanical shapes are real. But the starry sky is a false.
Can I relay that?
Everyone who's in the pile make will saves. So just roll. Oh, wow, yeah.
Go ahead.
Is this a fear effect?
No.
Okay, I got a 21 then.
Then you
I
guys
got
will.
21 then.
Will save
Were you
is
gonna lie if it
+4.
wasn't?
Yep.
No, I would have got 22.
Okay, 24.
Yeah. You nailed it, don't worry.
You're like, I
see into space.
You're just like, I'm a dwarf, I know what I'm underground.
This is comfortable.
27.
Nice ANCAP.
Nice.
And what did you get?
I'm not afraid of
I'm
anything.
not in the pile anymore. I stood up.
Right, but what did you get?
I didn't roll because I thought I stood up.
I apologize.
Really, really bad. What am I doing? Will save 7.
You've got garbage
The
stuck
two of
in
you
your
continue
face.
to see an idyllic starry sky
Oh.
and beautiful woods
So
surrounding
she told
you.
us, so we were just seeing it.
Everyone else can see the difference between the illusion and the reality just behind it. You can choose which one you choose to interact with, but I will warn you, the starry sky casts a little bit of illumination. It might be useful.
So
That's a
if we-
trap. That's a trap. That's a trap.
Wait, if we pay attention to the sky, it seems lighter out, and if we pay attention to the stone, it's dark.
It's a dark, terrible place filled with corpses and refuge, except
stars.
for...
I'm gonna go with not stars.
I'm gonna
Okay.
go with not stars as well, as I have dark vision. So
You're fine.
I have a torch that I will light eventually.
I can also.
Oh, do I have a
I have
torch?
dancing lights,
Oh,
so I
yeah, 'cause
can.
we'll work
And yeah,
together.
you have a choice too.
I do not.
Do you want to see the pretty idyllic thing or the actual stonework here?
Do you have an extra
the actual?
No, just one.
As a dwarf, you get an instant
I'll
bonus
keep
to
next
notice
week.
that the stonework here is terrible. Someone carved this thing out in a hurry. This place could come down anywhere in the next 10 years. It's a mess.
Next
Right.
10 years, we're
Can I
fine.
openly criticize that to everybody?
This is shoddy craftsmanship.
Why is everything?
We're in a forest.
I choose to pay attention to the stone, and I'll just keep next to the torch.
Okay,
So you see there's a huddled group of people?
Yeah, let's go check them out.
moving on to Tulio. Yes.
Yes, I want to go towards the huddled group of people and like a, hark thee, don't worry, I'm here to help. I was sent by the government.
Hark, says one of the men. Hark? What are you, some sort of hero out of a story? And the other people quickly shut him up.
Do I need, yes, I'm here for sent here to help the people trapped inside. If that does not define the word hero, I don't know what does.
Roll diplomacy.
Okay. How about 21?
Oh, thank God, says an older woman coming forward and just silencing that man and pushing him back into the crowd of people who can effectively stop him from going crazy. We're in desperate need of a hero. There's something going on. There was a tent appeared in town, and it had lights and promises of gold, and we came down here, and oh God, we lost Johannes.
Johannes.
He was a young boy. He went and played one of the carnival games, and beware of the thing that stands at the entrance. The thing like the thing upstairs. It'll give you gifts, but the gifts only lead to disaster.
Is Johannes further inside, or did you see him actually?
Like games.
Johannes was
He
killed.
was killed. Okay, so then.
I don't want to speak any more of it.
Dead. I'm just getting a list of people that I might need to say further in. But if Johannes is dead, I will avenge his death.
No, please don't. The creatures here are terrible. Just
Look at me though. Look at this. Look who I brought. I brought 5 other really capable heroes that will all save the day.
perhaps, but please, if you could just get us out of here. The thing at the door, if you talk to it, it'll tell you about a gift shop. But the
Yes.
gift shop isn't open. We've tried. The doors won't open.
Here's-
They won't let us out. Not until midnight.
Then we're gonna get that gift shop open. We're gonna buy a dumb little snow globe, and we're gonna get out of here.
Did you
That's a
take knock?
promise.
Oh, and mugs.
And mugs.
Did you take knock?
And
Does
Kev,
it
your
smell?
turn.
Yeah.
Tulio has wandered over and started talking to the frightened villagers.
I'm following him wherever he goes because he has the torch.
Okay.
So I assume that
So he knows I'm cool.
So I'm not far behind him.
You have to pass over several broken, twisted corpses, punctured, burned, lacerated. You're not sure what happened to them,
Sounds good.
but it was a hideous
Sounds like
cacophony
you
of
have a
deaths.
pretty good
No.
idea.
I feel for these people, but I'm more on my mission to help save the people that are still alive.
There's no time to mourn the
Sure,
dead
as a
until the
priest,
living
you
are
don't want to
saved.
stop
You hear about the
right?
villagers and the gift shop and the whole kerfluffle.
And the Jonas being
Kerfluffle.
dead, missing dead.
Johannes, yeah. dead.
Johannes is most certainly dead.
They're certainly dead. I make myself present as a man of the church and present my holy symbol.
The church?
A church.
And then say the church, trust me. They'll like it. They'll eat it
Yeah,
up.
I'll say they.
Keep
they-
stealing your dice and my dice. I'm not sure what's happening.
I'll say the church.
Diplomacy.
24.
One man in the back points out, lifts up a hand, says, "Our God doesn't worship a scorpion."
Is that the same guy who sassed me?
No,
Good.
he's an older fellow. Hook-nosed, hunched in the shoulders, looks like a man who's worked every day in his life.
Having a really hard
I
time
say-
putting up that.
I say
Yeah.
all
Fun of
churches
the old way.
are the church.
Ooh, one God theory. I like it.
They accept that immediately. Very religious people. Well, please, holy man, they say, all crushing around you, tell us, what can we do? The creature, it gave us gifts and coins, but we don't have enough coins to open the door.
You're gonna get crushed to death by a bunch of weirdos in a hole.
I'm wearing.
I don't know it's a hole.
Yeah, you think it's still stars. We went down, but there's stars.
Okay, here's my theory.
Yeah.
We need to amass a certain number of carnival coins.
Yeah.
Moving on, while they begin to discuss their plan,
So we need a.
you see two of them head off in that
Convince them?
direction. You've been warned that it's a hideous illusion. You're now aware of it.
Yeah.
The stonework here
Well,
is
can we get
garbage.
some from the villagers
And
as
they
well?
appear to be trying to talk to the villagers. All you know is you're stuck on a
Oh, they
10-foot
went down as a
drop
group, we went down as a group.
on a sheer chute.
What do you want to do?
Yeah, what's your first action?
Can I
Yeah.
scavenge
I'm
the
good at
corpses?
Not
Absolutely,
Yes.
you can scavenge the corpses.
See, we
Roll a
need him
search
in our
check. It's a
actual
skill.
campaign,
Oh,
because he
chaotic
already
evil,
does
that's
that.
fun.
Yeah, chaotic evil. He's good.
Yeah, he's chaotic evil. I'm allowing him to do whatever he wants.
So,
So we roll a 10 and then we flip over to the next page. And there's a search skill. Should be, they try to organize them. Wait,
2 brains, right?
what's the search ability?
Perception or
Perception.
survival?
Yeah.
Searching would be perception in this one.
Okay, so you get a +3 or +5 in total. So 15. You managed to pull off what looked like 2 gold coins.
No, it's
And-
11.
To a trained skill, you have to-
11 ability modifier and then class
Oh.
skills.
I apologize. All right. So you discover 3 gold coins. Add them to his inventory.
Yeah.
3 gold coins. 2 gold
But we need to
YAKK
find
tokens.
snacks.
You can only tell if they say YAKK on them. Not redeemable at any local
They'll be
vendor.
at bar. It's a
3.
very evil thing.
As well as, what are your weapons?
I whispered to you that we're gonna find a
Light
bar.
crossbow. You find 10
I don't
crossbow
wanna
bolts
drink
on top of
anything
it.
down here.
What about water?
So yeah, you have looted one of the
Alcohol
corpses. What is your
purifies
second
liquid.
action?
You should be the only thing
many
working
corpses
out
are
here.
Lots of corpses.
He's just gonna go around for like an hour.
Village for days.
Looting corpses?
Double the amount of things he's found.
Hey,
How many
Man,
yak
at
bucks
this
did you
rate, we're gonna get out of here with
6.
those YAKK tokens.
find? Nice.
Miguel,
Yes.
it's your turn. You're the last person in a heap. Tulio has stopped
Not
standing
anymore.
on
There's no
you.
more heat.
That's
No
right.
more,
Laying
it's just
down
you
now.
laying down.
Into the starry sky.
On your back.
He's gone on top of people, and there's just rides and games in the distance, eh?
Beautiful starry sky, mountains. You're not sure why there's stone behind you, but whatever, it's probably a wizard. And yeah, just carnival rides and things to explore across the road.
Across the road.
Well, not road, but yeah, the
Are
gap
there,
for the fallen
where's-
people.
There's a little like skeleton beast here.
What?
There's a skeleton beast here.
There is a skeletal mummified thing standing there reading a tiny piece of paper, yes.
Tell me, skeleton. What does your paper say?
No!
My
why
paper.
would you?
Roll a diplomacy.
No. We want to know where these are going to help us.
It's better than looking
14.
over his shoulder.
You didn't care.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Goes back to reading for a moment and then looks back up at you. Please enjoy our temple lobby and fun arcade. Try one of 3 doors. Rides, performances, it's not getting them right. That's the performances, that's the rides. And the gift shop, which will be open to those who try the rides or performances,
I'm a performer.
or will be closed at midnight tonight.
So,
What time was it when we went down here?
Standard mountain.
it was twilight, so that's 9. We have 3 hours.
We will use the time of the local nation.
Okay, so I have a theory.
Miguel, your second action.
Just like take a free action shot at everyone. I'm going to this performance door.
No, we'll find out where we're gonna go together. We'll talk. We're not gonna go alone. Okay?
Performances.
Performances.
Do it, go alone.
We need
Back
our
to the top of the
tokens.
initiative order. Neath, you've overheard the talk of the villagers asking for help. They have gold coins, but not enough to open the door. Secret message to the players out of game. This is totally just the number of rooms you can get through before 10:30 tonight.
Cool.
Which will open up the gift shop, or midnight, which is also 10:30 if you don't go any of the rides. Which will allow you to actually exit this place.
All right, let's stop the recording and start a new one.
Bye, YouTube.
So, no, stop streaming.